Okay, boom. So today we have Jane Remover, Revengeseekerz. We are finally back with the album reactions. You know what I'm saying? It's been a while, but we are back. And no, this is not a Taylor Swift reaction because the only albums left I have from Taylor Swift are like 2 hours long, bro, and I ain't got it in me right now. To be fair though, I did say I wanted to do some different stuff, and we will definitely eventually get back to that. But the reason I'm doing this one today is because I did a video on my other channel where I was making a beat and someone commented that it sounded like Jane Remover, and I said I knew what they were talking about, but that was a lie because I've never actually listened to Jane Remover before. So today we're going to find out what Jane Remover sounds like, and by the end of it we will be deciding whether or not this is a good album. I've got my notebook, I'm ready to take some notes, I'm ready to learn about her production in general, because the cool thing is that not only do they do the vocals, but they also do a lot of the engineering and production. Like, it's most of the time it's just them, so it's really fire. I'm excited. Without too much more talking, let's get into the first opening track, Twice Removed.
Shit was 3 years ago, feels like a million. 3 years ago, I could've touched a million. 3 years ago, I had that magic in my hand. I'm waking up this morning thinking she's depleted. I shook some hands, they mad they couldn't keep it. Yeah. This is how I love it, sad you tapping now. This is how I love it, sad you tapping now. Yeah. Shit got so old so fast. Should I do it for my boys and the cash? Should I do it for the boys in my palace? All I do is for those feelings I still have. Yeah. I don't think he hear me bad. It's getting real, grim reaper on my ass. Grim reaper on my ass. Grim reaper on my ass. So where we going now? They talk about
It definitely feels like disorder, but like coherent disorder, which that's like an oxymoron literally, but it's definitely interesting. It's loud as hell. Like, this shit's got to be like -4, -3 LUFS or something like that. So it's really like in your face. It reminds me a lot of like Too Hollis, but like it's got a different texture to it for sure.
me different when I burn around. Go higher than the ceiling just to lick my mouth. I base my life on the sound. She was 03, bitch on Avril Lavigne. 0, twice removed. XP's, I don't see it, ain't counted. I know how you cry. Check my son. 03, I sketched the police, so I pitch you out. Twice removed. This is what you wanna say. Run for the strap. Jack my swag. Two can play, but two's a crowd. So there's two on me. I'm coding out. Two can dance, get the music loud. You a dead man, flex and show some ass now. Dead man, suck and take a drag out. There's two on me. I'm coding out. The dead man, flex and show some ass now. This is how I love it, sad you tapping now. This is how I love it, sad you.
Like, it's like brain melting. It's like the peak of an LSD trip. It's like really interesting. Lowen is ripping, brother.
I just need this and now. Everybody cares, everybody knows. Independent, no new friends, but some old foes. We hum the tune, don't know how it goes. It's sad you tapping now. This is how I love it, sad you crashing now. Feel some real pain, turn to something ugly. Real shame when I go pray you above me. Two can play, but two's a crowd. There's two of me, I'm cloning now. Two can dance, get the music loud.
It's interesting. I think like the vocals are kind of more than anything, they're like a part of the production. I don't think necessarily that the vocals, at least for this track, and it makes sense because it's an intro, but this might be just stylistic to their entire like type of music, but like it doesn't really feel like the lyrics are something that you need to focus on in terms of like depth of meaning, and it's kind of just like clever wordplay, and it really just rides the rhythm of the production really well. It's like really fire. I love the brash synths, and arpeggiation is always gonna, like synth arpeggiation is always gonna get me, bro. It's really good. Oh yeah, I'm liking that. Okay. So far, I like what I'm hearing. It's very unique in its character, and I think that's done in like a good way. I think they managed to separate themselves from similar types of sound. So like it's like Two Hollis. It reminds me of Two Hollis, but I don't think it's like a rendition of Two Hollis. I don't think it's a copy of Two Hollis. I don't think it could be confused for Two Hollis, right? It's very specifically Jane Remover, and I like that. I like the production a lot. I like the vocals. I mean, the mix is incredible, and then it's also loud as fuck as well. I could say a bunch more that I really like about it. The arrangement, for the fact that the track is like almost 4 minutes long, I feel like the arrangement could have had a few more like releases of the tension, right? It's like tense, and then it's 4 minutes of tension. That's like my only thing. If it's going to be that tense for the entire track, I'd prefer it to be shorter, but other than that, and that's like a very tiny like nitpick criticism. Some people, you know, that wouldn't really bother them at all. So that being said, I always find myself during the reviews to like start like super strong. So this time I'm gonna stay calm about it. I'm gonna give this a 7 out of 10. I really do like the production quality. So I'm gonna give it a 7 out of 10. And I think more than anything, Jane Remover is like a producer, is a composer. So that's a big part of like what you're gonna enjoy from the music, is just like the style of production. So I'm liking what I'm hearing so far. So let's get into track number 2, Psycho Boost, featuring Danny Brown. Like, bro, deep cut, brother. Bro, the rhythm change up into the Danny Brown verse, that shit is fire, bro. That's peak, bro. And it definitely fits the like Psycho Boost theme. Like, yeah, bro, that's fire. Bro, is that it? That's the feature? Oh, that's too short, bro. That's too short.
Follow me home, fuck what you heard. You want to take what I own, we just getting vibe.
Oh, he comes back. That's fire. I like that this track has like more like lyrical theming too. It's kind of like the overarching idea to me is just crashing out on users and haters, which like I really like that. I really like that a lot. You know what I'm saying? We could use a little bit more of that. At least for me, I like to actually get to do that in real life. But you know what I'm saying? You gotta be kosher. You gotta be sane. You gotta not crash out. So I like that I can like vicariously experience that through this track. It's fun. Ooh. So one of the main things that jumped out to me right at the beginning that I wrote down as a note was that I thought the feature was too short, but I had to eat my words because what it ended up being was like one of the most creative ways to use a feature. 2 verses. It's like one verse, but it's like split up throughout the track, and it like really helps the flow of the piece. It really feels like an experience. I was gonna say story, but it's more of like an experience than anything. And then I like that Danny also does like ad libs and a couple of just like cuts here and there. It's more than ad libs, honestly, and that just makes it like there's no monotony in Jane's vocals, but like it just adds like something extra, right? When it's not just Jane and it's also like Danny coming in. So it's a really creative way to use a feature, for one. So I had to eat my words. That was a point of criticism. I also think that there's like a correction on the criticism that I made for the first track, where there's just like a better management of energy and tension. There's like more breaks. It's still big, it's still brash, it's still explosive, but there's also breaks in the energy. Like the first feature with Danny is basically a break in the energy. It's kind of like an interlude within the track in and of itself. And then there's a couple more moments like that where it's like it builds, it explodes, and then it releases. It's really, really good in terms of that. And then overall, I like Jane's pop perspective. Like I like their perspective on creating pop music. I like, you know, the snares and the kicks and the bass and the way they mix it, the noise, the white noise, the pink noise, the brown noise they're using in the mix, the different kinds of synths. It's not really so much that it's complex, which might deceive a listener who doesn't really know what's going on, or like a producer and engineer who might not know what's going on. But more than anything, it's just like a really creative way and to approach pop music, and a really creative perspective on pop music in general. So that's really, really fire. I'm gonna give this one an 8 out of 10, bro. I'm gonna give this one an 8 out of 10. It's like really good. Okay, so I'm liking what I'm hearing so far. I'm genuinely liking what I'm hearing so far. Okay, so next we got Star People. This is track number 3 of 12. That's tough. That's very tough. Nah, this rhythm is fire. It almost kind of reminds me, just like the rhythm reminds me of like Pink Dreads, right? That's that song by Blackboy Max and DDG. It's a little bit.
Listen.
Nah, the production really stands out to me on this one. This is like, of the three I've heard so far, this production is just, it's standout. Again, not so much for like the intricacies, but just like the creative approach, like the little sounds. Jane's actually using some mainstay trap sounds, but the way they're using them to create this pop texture is like, the creative perspective really makes this shit an experience, bro. Like, it's crazy. It's crazy.
Face to the sky and receive it.
Hey, yo. No, that's tough, bro. That's tough. This motherfucker can make music, bro. Like, nah, that's tough, bro. That's actually tough. That's actually tough. That's crazy. That's crazy.
Listen. In my head. Can't name one of them that I kept. Looked all I ever known, yeah, it's never been so bad. My mother called me, said don't let that face sleep in your bed. I grew up fast and sleeping with the dead. When the Ace Hotel's doing bro, when the pot don't sell, it's enough for me now. It's enough for me now. Breathe in, breathe out. On the roads we pay now. Can't do it for me now. The difference between you and me isn't all that much. I'm never broke, can't say the same about my heart. What you think that you put all this love for? Little sweeter, but you still getting fucked. My body breaks apart as I record. You know shit, you could pick the pieces up. I can't be on that conversation.
Bro, that's actually very, very tough. That's probably my favorite one that I've heard so far. Like, it is just such a standout from a production point of view. The issue of that I was having of like there not being like a good management of like tension and building and releasing energy has like been absolutely solved. It's almost been solved to the point where it's executed perfectly in some of these tracks, especially this one, bro. The switch up, this is 2 tracks in one and they are both bangers. going to that guitar with that beautiful lead just playing on top of it is just perfect. I like this one a lot. I'm gonna give this a 9 out of 10, bro. I'm gonna give this a 9 out of 10. I simply got to. Okay, so track number 4, we got Experimental Skin. Also, one thing, I really do wish Jane had some lyric videos and that they did lyrics on top of these like audio, you know, track thingies that they have on YouTube, because man, I cannot hear all the stuff because it's like so loud that like you're gonna lose some of like the ability to like hear the dictation of the lyrics. I'm trying to see, actually, does Spotify have the lyrics, bro? How do you see lyrics in Spotify? Credits, blah blah blah. Yeah, I don't think they have them, honestly. Oh well, we ball, you know what I'm saying? YouTube gonna give us a few captions here and there, so we just gonna keep moving. But all right, let's get it. Track number 4.
Ale. I've been working on it all season. Next round, determine the outcome. I'm glued to a Revengeseekerz on a new color. Get the 12 kilter. Just get me on some free shit. Go! And I'm not there when I need it, but I've been the same bitch you went missing for. I got a new song you could
More than anything, their music is like a straight up experience, bro. It's like pull the production away, pull the lyrics away, pull everything away. It's just, it all comes together to make an experience. There's like no real like one element that I think you're supposed to focus in on, like, oh, like I really like the production, or oh, like the lyricism, or oh, it's like the mix is like, no, I think it's all supposed to come together to give you like a like psychoacoustic experience, and like that's been every track so far. Really tough drop. I like that.
Again and again.
demonstrating that not only do they have a very interesting perspective on pop, you know, song design, but also trap as well. This is really dope. I hope it drops one more time. I'm not gonna lie. Hey, and then bringing in the pop too. That's fire, bro. That's fire. That's fire. Beautiful, beautiful. I think the song arrangement is really impressive. Outside of the first track, there's been really like top class song arrangement throughout all of these. Again, it feels like a DJ's putting together pieces, honestly, but the cool thing is that they're doing all of this on their own. They're doing the lyrics, they're doing the production, they're doing the engineering, they're doing the instrumentation. A lot of those guitars is just Jane playing them. I think it's really fire. It's interesting. That track was called Experimental Skin, and I don't even understand that name. I would have called it like What You Do to Me or You Don't Know or something like that, because that's like the main like lyrical hook of the track. That's basically the only lyric that's being said. So the naming convention is very interesting, but outside of that, bro, I think this is another strong one. I would not say I like it as much as Psycho Boost or Star People. But I like it more than Twice Removed. So I'm going to give it a 7.5. I don't necessarily think that it's bad at all. It's a great track, actually. But just compared to everything else I've heard so far, that's probably where I'd put it. All right. Track number 5 is Angels in Camo. Let's get it. Ooh, and we get a video too.
Dear God, place a curse on those who wrong me. Woke up, held back tears and froze to death and don't upon me. Faces straight with purple veins, same color as my neck and veins. Of course you touch my body, of course you touch my body, of course you touch my body. I just want to get haunted, I don't want that fame or money. Dear God, place a curse on those who wrong me. I shine hands with demons, tell me that you see them. Women sing that beat, I can't let them creep. I'll say no words and then I'll leave it. Once you touch my body, you gotta curse and stand up for it.
As a producer, I always have to start with the production, of course. Especially when you're like dealing with a producer, right? Like a producer, a DJ. And Jane is that more than anything, at least to me. All around artist, but I think it starts with the production. I think it starts with, you know, putting the track together. And I gotta say, the willingness to pretty much break every rule that there is in terms of being a producer for the respective genres that they're working in is incredible, because it's done so tactfully. It's got so much taste. It's got so much edge. It's giving trendsetter, brother. And I really like that. There's a lot of other things I like about this track too. Like, actually, speaking of the production, the lyrics are actually some of the most interesting that I've heard so far. It's probably the most lyrically, like, it's probably the most intellectually stimulating track from a lyrical point of view that I've heard so far. And it's not even like it's that deep of a thing. And it's definitely not like supposed to be, from what I'm getting. I don't think that's really the point, but it is, you know, intellectually stimulating. It's a very simple concept, but I like the way it's explored through the lyrics. The idea of like people being close to you but not necessarily being on your side. You know, angels in camo, they appear to be angels, but they're in camo. They're demons. I'm chatting with demons. Do you see them around me? But it's the whole idea is you can't see them because they look like angels, and they're angels in camos. It's like, it's really creative, and the juxtaposition between angels and demons throughout the track, the not so subtle Christian imagery in the lyrics, at least, is also very interesting. Interesting music video as well. I couldn't tell you what the meaning behind having Miley Cyrus's music video would be, but it's also very interesting. It does make for like a very thought-provoking and engaging, you know, music video, if nothing else. I really like that one. I'm gonna give it, I think it's another really strong like 7.5. I like it. It's consistently matching, you know, how I feel about tracks like Twice Removed and Psycho Boost. I'd say it's around like how I felt about that. And then Star People was just like, it was a real standout to me. So that's how I feel about this. Another really strong 7.5. And I'm not even trying to be like generous by giving that. I think it's another just like really solid track. All right, so on to track number 6, Dream Flasher. And we are officially almost halfway through. After this one, we will be. We get another music video. Fire.
Can you?
Yeah, no, I believe the VU meter is peaking like that. No, that's a vibe, bro. That's a vibe. I believe you. Yeah, no, it's redding. Let's be real. Yeah, that's more like it.
Put your mouth on it. Put your
This video is actually fire. Oh yeah, that's another good one. I like the way it feels. Again, it's like another one that feels like there's two tracks in one, but this time it actually really isn't. It's just like a lot of elements and really good like transitions throughout like the bridges and the choruses and the verses and things like that. It's really like more so just like chorus over and over again with like, you know, small like 4-bar, 8-bar verses here and there, and some really like creative bridges. I like the blending of like guitars and synths, and I like the way when one or the other is playing, it kind of distinguishes like what part of the track we're in. More so guitars at the beginning, and then as the track progresses, it's more so synths, especially with that ARP that's going towards the end. Really fire stuff. Again, I like the breakdowns with the 808 playing as like the main instrument, and then it's just Jane's vocals on top of that. I gotta say, this is probably one of my more favorite ones. Again, it's one where it's like I don't really understand the name of the track, because like I guess it's you're naming it off of like vibes. I think that's what it is more than anything. Because like the lyrics were more so like, you know, talking about like, well, I remember one that stuck out to me a lot was like 1,000 people could scream my name, but it doesn't matter if I don't hear you say it. And it's like, and that was like pretty much like the theme that Jane was going for. And it's like, then the track is called Dream Flasher, which from a vibe point of view, fire, very fire name, but it doesn't, maybe I need to listen to it multiple times before I like understand like why it's called Dream Flasher. But like it sounds more so like these are getting named off of like the vibe they're giving off, as opposed to like, you know, matching anything from a lyrical content point of view, which like, you know, if that's the naming convention, then absolutely, like it is a Dream Flasher. It gives Dream Flasher. The music video gives Dream Flasher. Speaking of which, music video was fire. It's actually a very creative music video. Starts out music video-y enough, you know, about what you'd expect. Microphone, performance, solo artist, and then there's people in the crowd as you continue to listen, and then shit just starts glitching out. There's the girl that starts screaming at some point. Really interesting music video. I like it. That's gonna be an 8 out of 10 for me, boss. I like that one. I actually like that one a lot. All right, now we got Turn Up or Die type shit, bro.
Can't lie, you put a life out on me. I was born this way, when I get out, if I'm then I might just stay. I just wanted this way, I'm at you at me, I can't see everything. Fuck it, distort my spine now. The biggest crime is no words to repeat. If I'm then I might just stay. Couple hands tied and some weights on my feet. How'd you break up in this 1,000 times?
Listen.
Get that bitches poppin' send off. Explosive bitch blow his head off. So fucking hot, train of thought. Oh my goodness, oh my god. On the track cause they did me fucking wrong. I can down next and play cards. Oh my god, it's a couple times I almost lost it all. Skip time, so reset and make the call. It gets so cold, it's hot. Can't go to hell, but I can drop you off. I'll never know that kind of stuff.
Can't go to hell, but I'll drop you off. That's fire. Literally. Fire drop. Oh yeah, that's fire. I like that Jane is not afraid. I don't know why I'm starting with this comment, but I do like that they're not afraid to like talk about like you could call it religion, you could call it spiritualism, but I just hear like a lot of references to like God and angels and demons. There was the whole track a couple of tracks ago, not Dream Flasher, but the one before that, ain't literally Angels in Camo, where that was kind of like that was kind of the theme. It was the backdrop theme, I guess. And then that was used as a way to like talk about the main theme, which was like, allies and associates and friends, but they're really like they're in disguise, and they're demons in the disguise of friends and allies and things like that. But then in Dream Flasher, there's the lyric of like like why would I bother preaching to the choir, or something like that. And it's like there's a little bit more like religious spiritual imagery there, and then just like references to like God and like pleas and cries to God and like calling God as an ally. It's like it's just really cool. I don't think it like it can be profound in its own way, but I don't think that's necessarily the point that I'm trying to get across. I think it's just interesting to hear an artist talk about stuff like that. I think it's really cool. So I like the persistence of that persistence of that as a theme in the second half of the album. And then getting into some other things I really like about this track, some of the best singing, it's actually the best singing I've heard on the album so far. I don't think like other tracks were really trying to, have the singing be, the thing that is being called to people's attention. Not to say that there was bad singing, there was good enough singing, but it was almost like on some tracks there wasn't even really like singing to be done. It was more like rapping or almost like screaming. It was like good vocal texture though, but this is like singing, and there's like really good singing on here. There's excellent harmonies, really dope vocal layering. You get to hear how interesting of a vocal timbre Jane actually has, and it's dope. It's a real standout on the track. I think there's just also, hang on, really interesting lyrics, right? Right, and that goes back, I couldn't read my own writing. But and that just goes back to, you know, some of the like religious and spiritual imagery that I was talking about earlier. So overall, I like this track a lot. Do I like it more than Star People? But I do like it more than pretty much everything else I've heard so far, so I'm gonna give it an 8.5. I don't know. Am I being too generous? It's a good project, honestly. And another thing that I didn't write down that I was thinking is that, like, the track never makes me feel like it's been here too long. Jane does a good job, and I've alluded to this a little bit, but Jane does a good job of, like, keeping it interesting, keeping things flowing, trying to like not let things get too monotonous. The tracks are on the longer side, honestly. We've got a lot of like 4.5 minute tracks, a couple of 5-minute tracks, honestly. So they're not short by any means, but it never feels like they're overstaying their welcome, which is hard to do in music today, right? When most things are like a minute and 30 seconds long, you know, 2 minutes and 30 seconds. Once you pass that, you're getting into what a lot of people would consider long songs. And here's a project full of like basically on average 4.5 minute songs, right? The entire project is like 49 minutes and there's 12 tracks. So on average, each one is about 4 minutes long. So it's pretty impressive that they can keep it interesting for the duration of every single track and for the duration of the project. That's Turn Up or Die. And now we go to Dancing with Your Eyes Closed. Very interesting title. Let's get it. I'm sure it'll have nothing to do with the lyrics, but it's vibey though. It's probably going to give off a kind of festively, kind of like brain melting vibe if I had to guess. Wait, hold up. Dreams that you had, promise, baby, I just wanna make it. I'm about to crash with my people in the bed. Promise I like it like that. Promise I like it like that. Yeah, no, definitely. That's like definitely the vibes. It's like, you know, brain melting. I'm about to crash with my people in the back, dancing with my eyes closed. If you know, if you've been to festivals, if you partied at all in college, you know the vibes. You know the vibes. Yeah, I'm liking this. And the chord progression and the production on this. Oh, yeah. This is it. They don't know why I hit them up again. Old friends, fuck what we used to pass. Conversation with dirty, needles say you're scared. I'm about to crash with the people that you have. Promise I like it like that. Promise I like it like that. See, my uncreative ass would have named the track I Like It Like That, but I can pretty much confirm at this point, yeah, they're getting named off of vibes more than anything. The names have to do with the vibe of the track, not necessarily at all what's actually being said, except like Angels in Camo was pretty on the nose, which is crazy to say, but like it was pretty on the nose as far as like naming convention of the track goes. But other than that, every other one has been more or less kind of just named off the vibe. I guess Twice Removed also, but outside of that, bro, we're just naming shit off of the vibes, and I'm here for it, twin. I'm here for it.
wanna tell your baby we all going outside. Fucking on dreams I had. Lights turn off. Feel the time take on my back. Oh, it's all like it like.
Your tag is fire too, by the way. Yeah, definitely my favorite so far. Stand out on the project from a production point of view, I think, which is interesting because it's on its surface, it's a little bit more simple than some of the other productions on the album. But something about it, I think it's just hypnotic. It's got a really like hypnotic like lead line kind of arp that the track is based around. Really dope like overall chord progression. I think that's like the, what is it, the 6-5-1 in like the minor natural. So it's like maybe C minor, C or C minor or something like that. Maybe, I don't know. But what I do know, all that yap aside, is that it is fucking fire. It's beautiful. It's definitely giving a brain melting, dancing with your eyes closed at a festival off a tab or two of LSD type of vibe. Music video is also really, really fun. That's all I got for it, bro. That's a 10 out of 10. I'm not going to lie to you. That's a 10. That's just, nothing else needs to be said. That's peak. That's absolute peak. All right. We got track number 9, Fade Outs. Kind of like an interlude kind of vibe.
I feel love just like a pop star, but I still the same pretty little face that you made. We can't stop, we won't stop. I think that I ain't the one till I end up in somebody's head. And shit, I thought that this was what I wanted. Picture on a frame and I'm hard and unlucky. This like fast love, this like fast drugs, this like fast love. The radio seems to glitches, my dreams give me nausea. Stumbling at the show, fans walking in on me vomiting. I do it too much, I don't wanna kiss her now. I do it too much, I don't wanna kiss her now. And if I say you care, I'll let you start to cry. My clothes are shop and fit me so I can live my life. My friends in the bag and stab, check to see if I'm alright. Oh, and I feel love just like a pop star till it turns into a problem for me and all my friends. We can't stop, we won't stop. We were kids in the club, saying that we'll make it all to the end. And that's
This one's tough for me to judge because, like, from a production point of view, it's actually one of the more interesting to me on the album. But in terms of like, but it's also a good. It would make more sense to me if this was the outro, unless the outro is going to be like very much an outro, and I don't know what I'm getting into with the last 3 tracks, right? 10, 11, 12. So this feels more like an outro, or it feels like an interlude, but it's interesting placement for an interlude considering we still have 3 more tracks. I would have preferred this to happen around, track 6 or 7. Fuck me, bro. But like, you know what I'm saying? So it's a little bit weird in terms of like sequencing, but I do like it. I do kind of still wish, and I'm going back to this isn't really a critique or anything, this is just me thinking out loud. Do wish that we had some lyric videos, honestly, because I feel like this would go a little bit harder if I could like see the lyrics in real time. And I know like I could go to Genius and but I don't feel like going back and forth between like the tabs and stuff like that. Maybe I should have done that. Maybe I'll do it for like the next thing. It's usually not an issue, but because of like the way it's mixed, right? It's mixed kind of the way like a Ken Carson song is mixed. And interestingly enough, like when I'm listening to music like Ken Carson or Too Hollis or Destroy Lonely or Osama Sun or Netspin, I'm like not really listening. I'm gonna catch a lyric here and there, but like I'm not really like listening to hear like the lyrics. Like I don't honestly care. But Jane is a little different, where like I actually kind of do want to hear a little bit of the lyrics, but because of like the mixing and mastering style, a lot of that is just going to be like lost in real time listening, right? It'll take a couple of listens, and since this is my first listen, I'm not going to be able to catch anything, which is why lyric videos could be really helpful. Blah blah blah. Not a criticism on the music, so I'm not going to levy that against the track. I'm going to give this a 7.5. I like it. Just a little bit weird in terms of like sequencing, that's all. All right, next we got Professional Vengeance.
I just wish the media would get hold of this and quit running it down. It's a good little town.
Yeah.
One thing about it, though, it keeps a lot of people away.
Oh.
Change service.
go, let me 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 go.
From a purely musical point of view, I think this might be my favorite. Between the chord progressions, the singing, like the harmonies, I think, and the overall production, I think this would probably be my favorite. Again, can't hear all the lyrics, but from all the lyrics that I can hear, it's like the title is interesting, right? But like there's probably something I'm missing. Like I'm very new. It's kind of like what happened with me when I listened to Taylor the first time on the Life of a Showgirl videos. Like there was like a lot of stuff about the music that I didn't get. There's a lot of like I'm jumping into like one of her more recent projects for sure. So there's probably a lot of shit about Jane Remover that I don't understand, that once I listen to more projects or I listen to Revengeseekerz like a second or third time, I'll probably grasp a little bit more. I'll also be able to finally pick up on what exactly is being said and shit like that. But all that being said, I do like this one. I'm gonna give it a 9, honestly. I'm gonna give it a 9. I like it. Okay. And I'm also going to pull up Goddamn Genius at this point, because Jesus Christ, like I gotta at least know what's being said for these last two, bro. Like it's actually getting crazy. It's actually getting crazy, bro. Now there's gonna be no issues anymore. We're gonna vibe out. Can you listen to the whole thing on Genius? Right, it doesn't let you do that because it's fucking Apple Music. Get out of here with that. But anyway, we got it. We're gonna do it. Let's get it. Track number 11, Dark Knight Castle.
I'm just watching myself get lost in his eyes, watching myself make a fool on stage. Woke up in hell, be unspectated. 1,000 eyes make a funny face. Dark clouds, I can't stay away. It isn't water, I hate to taste. Nobody believes me. Nobody believes me. Nobody believes me. I'm so lucky to have you, but I can't steady sleep now. The pendulum keeps on swaying. I can't lie, I'm hypnotized now. I dream of quitting my job just to get lucky all the time. I'm not addict, but I'm scared now.
Actually a really interesting lyric. Jane dreams of quitting making music professionally only for their songs to continue getting more and more popular, making it feel like they have to continue. Holy shit, that's actually crazy. It's usually the other way around.
Cash and I'm staying the night. And all my friends, we addicted. Begging for his forgiveness under the light.
More of that religious imagery.
Be dreaming. I never thought this beautiful and gifted. Forgive me if I feel myself tonight. I'm painting just to stay alive. I don't know how to speak anymore. Nobody believes me. I saw myself freaking out on the floor. I don't speak unless I'm spoken to. I don't go to places unless I'm not alone. Nobody believes me. You still don't wanna leave me. I know what's real, I can't lose it, I'll try.
very like Gen Z lyricism. By the way, I figured out that I can just pause it because Mac's got these really cool like built-in functions with the function keys where you can like, you know, play, rewind, and do all that shit with your music. So I actually don't have to switch screens. I need to start doing this for reviews moving forward. We're already at the end of the album. I'm not re-recording it, so it is what it is now. But that's really helpful information for next time. We live, we learn, we ball. That being said, very Gen Z in terms of like the subject matter and the approach, honestly, but it doesn't mean it's not relatable. And I'm glad that I started looking at the lyrics for a track like this, because this is one where you'd want to actually pay attention to the lyrics. Still interesting production, but obviously for this track, the lyrics are the thing that you're supposed to be focusing on. So it's interesting that I decided to start doing this here.
I'm obsessed with the feeling. You know my friends when you think I don't think I deserve that business. God only knows I'm so scared of us. My feet get smaller for the shoes I feel. If I'm in love, then I'm dormant. I dream of making my killing. Only cause I feel my head splitting. In the end, it's just me and my killing. Sword stands upon me if I finish. If I'm in third person, then that's who I am. I can't keep waiting on it now. I can't keep waiting on it now.
I like that even on a track where the lyrics are obviously supposed to be like the focal point, they still manage to create a really dope experience through the production. So that's fire. I really like the production on this one, but the lyrics do stand out. Again, not the most profound stuff you're gonna hear in music, but I do think it's interesting and I do think it's relatable. And that is perhaps more important than being profound, honestly. And a lot of artists could benefit from understanding that fundamentally. It's your profundity is far less meaningful than if your music is relatable, because that's the thing that makes people like it. If it just needed to be profound for the sake of being profound, then AI could basically do your job, right? But yeah, that's a discussion for another day. I like it. I'm glad that there's at least one track on the album that's kind of like this, where it's like it's very lyrically focused, because it still is an experience, but the rest of the album is really just like experience, production, bigness, and then this is kind of like poetry more so. Still big, still an experience, but also poetic. I'm gonna give this an 8 out of 10. Pretty good album so far. Pretty good album based off of everything we've heard. So we got one more track, and that track is called JR, which is just her name in, not abbreviation, but what is the thing where you use the letters? It's not abbreviation. I'm not going to remember right now, bro. Let's just listen to the track. She literally just took her tag and made like a fucking vocal chop. That's pretty fire.
Do whatever the fuck, cause I've been whatever the fuck. I might ball out on new face, change my name, now my city. You would do it too, I saw you. I heard you call it love, so should I change my name again? JR.
Hold on. We're locked in. Oh, there's an extra track that I don't know about. Supernova. We're gonna have to find that.
I got nothing left to say, but I still do. I don't believe a single soul, no more, not even you. I don't believe a single soul, no more, not even you. Rehearsing songs I had, over leg, trying not to cry. Then I step up off the stage and they don't know I lost my mind. Bitches.
Damn, that's actually crazy. Is that more of the same, like, I don't like making music, talking about how she does not play any songs from her hyperpop, Teen Week, Frailty era, and how she still has fans that expect her to continue to create music in that direction, despite her saying that she will not create anything like Frailty again? Jane has this taste for her old songs, and they are not something that she confidently wants to perform, bro. That, as a musician, is so relatable, bro. Like, holy brother. Okay, I like that. Like, bro, don't tell me Jane Remover has lore, bro. Like, oh, I eat this up, bro. Like, this is what I'm here for in the music. Like, don't tell me there's lore, bro. I'm gonna review another project. Like, bro, don't tell me there's lore, bro.
I hear it all the time. Do you think bitch? 'Cause I hear it all the time. Do you think I'm a leader? Group of hoes, I'm nothing like. Cross the line, I'm still, 'cause they'll say she always cries. I can't give you thanks no more, 'cause I hear it all the time. And I do whatever the fuck, 'cause I've been whatever the fuck. I might pull out on new face, change my name to my city. You try to take my drugs, they're like trying to fix me. You would do it too, I saw it. I heard you call it love. No hands at the shade, I must still do. I don't believe a single soul, not even you. Let the DJ save your life, bro, we cheated death again. Feel like Jesus in the mosh pit. Mary on the cross with her friend. Mary on the cross with her friend. Mary on the cross with her friend. So should I take my name?
No, that bar right there is hard as fuck. Feel like Jesus in the mosh pit, Mary on the cross with her friend. That shit is so cold, bro. That is fire.
You can do the same, hate the way it rolls all the time, full circle. When you said your name, fuck it, I'll ball again. It ain't the past, suddenly when shit gets ugly. I got no brothers, no sisters, and I love you. Don't need no friends, don't need fuck buddies. He said you lost your love when you lost me. Like the job shit with me, but shit gets ugly. I got no brothers, no sisters, and I love you. Watching me, and there's two white horses following me, and there's two white horses following me. Boys to the door, say my friends are calling, and there's two white horses following me, and I'll do whatever the fuck, 'cause nobody promised me. I might buy out on new veins, close my bank, cut my car. You and your friends will do the same. Only God called do shit hard. Let the DJ save your life, bro. We cheated death again. Feel like Jesus in the mosh pit. Bitches like me get to be happy. I should've known the day I passed my past. So do you wanna know what's happening? I want you toward the bitch you asked for. We get acting. He was in my phone long.
That's kind of cool. I'll point you toward the bitch you asked for. We get active. It's like, because it's like the same person. That's clever. I like that.
Before I felt the pressure, I put down the mic just to feel that way forever. I put down the mic just to be a fan. Watch him ride a white horse following me.
That's so relatable as a musician, brother. Like, once you start doing this shit, it's no going back, bro. It's hard to be like just a fan anymore, whether it's because of like your own audience or because of like you're always in your head as a musician, so it makes it difficult to enjoy things. It's like there's a certain quality of enjoying music that you just don't really get to recapture very easily. I think you can do it, but it's like, it's hard. It's very hard. Like right now, I'm just like fanning out over this great music, but like that doesn't always happen. I have to listen to stuff that's very like outside of like, you know, what I make in general. And then even then, sometimes like that shit really creeps in. And then from the perspective of like your audience expecting a certain thing from you, your collaborators and your peers expecting a certain thing from you, your agents, your managers, your publishing company, like it can be a lot. So yeah, I like this because it's relatable for me, honestly. I like that she's being so vulnerable about sharing this aspect of being like a creative, like a successful creative, a burgeoning successful creative who's had like multiple pivots in a very like short span of time, all things considered.
He was on my mind long before I ever met him. I put down the mic just to feel that way forever. I'm just like the fans across states and sending letters. Two white horses following me. The past unbelievable shit gets ugly. I got no brothers, no sisters, and I love it. Repeat the cycle in a green room next to mine. I'm still a donor, I'm so overtaking what's been mine. So should I change my name, baby? If my grave is kept clean, full circle again.
The only thing that sucks is I missed the music video, bro. Like, hang on, was there something that happened?
We cheated death again. Feel like Jesus in a mosh pit. Mary on the cross with her friend.
No, that's literally just the hardest part of the song. Yeah. Oh yeah, that shit is cold, bro. Yeah, I'll probably split screen it or something in the future, and I'll figure it out, bro. I'll get better at it. I'll get better at it. This shit is fire though. This is probably one of my favorites on the album, honestly. Not like overly profound lyrically for this track, and overall that's pretty much the theme of the album outside of, what was it, Dark Knight Castle, right? More of a lyrical track there, track number 11. But with this one, JR, again, pretty interesting lyrics, all things considered. Now that I know what's being said, I think like it'll be interesting to like go back and listen to a few tracks and really like get into the weeds of like what's being said. I think for the most part, though, I was pretty like spot on about certain things being more so vibes. It does get more lyrical as the project progresses. But that being said, I still would have probably preferred to hear, what was it, Fade Outs, I believe? Yeah, Fade Outs, which is track number 9. I would have liked to hear that at the end and then literally just move everything up. So have Professional Vengeance at 9, Dark Knight Castle at 10, JR at 11, and then move Fade Outs to 12. And that's a much better outro. So there's like one little sequencing hiccup, in my opinion. Now, Jane the Remover, look, bro, like she's got like 800,000 monthly listeners. Yeah, right. Like I've got 4,000, right? So she knows a lot more about this shit than I do. So it's just my personal opinion. So take that with a grain of salt. But everything considered and all that yap considered, I'm gonna give JR an 8.5, right? I'm gonna give it an 8.5. Now I'm gonna add everything up. 98.5 out of a possible 120 points. I don't have my phone with me because I'm trying to stay away from my phone these days. So it's like 2 rooms away. Give me a second. I'll be right back. What is 98.5 divided by 120? Bro, I need airplane mode to be off to use the calculator. That's crazy. What is 98.5 divided by 120? 8.2 out of 10. That's about what I'd give the project, honestly. Very, very good, enjoyable music, especially from the perspective of like me being a producer. Yeah, it's just a fun listen for a producer. I think anyone who is a producer, anyone who likes good production, anyone who likes, you know, creative trap or pop music is really going to like this project. It's big, it's brash, it's explorative, it's brave in its approach to music in general. I didn't realize there's Jane Remover lore. I'm gonna have to get into that. You know, I love some lore when it comes to my musician, so I'm really excited to dive a little bit more into what Jane's got to offer. It was a really fun find. Shout out to the guy on my other channel who made that comment, because I never would have done this video without it. and it definitely inspired me to get back into the reactions, which there will be more of in the future. Something that is blowing my mind right now: how can calculators calculate? Those things are not connected to the internet, but my phone needs the internet to calculate. Is that not crazy? Is that not crazy? Oh man. But anyway, let me know what you think down below. If you made it to the end of this video, bro, drop a, what's like an interesting emoji? Drop a, I use the lightning bolt too much on my other channel. People might just drop it, or they might drop it if they see someone else drop it. Drop a kissy face emoji, you know, like the one with the lipstick. It's the context for it's gonna be crazy, but like that's how I'll know like you really made it to the end of the video. Like, you know, you'll know. I think you can type in kiss and it'll come up. Not like the one where it's making a kissy face, although that's fine too, but like the one where it's just the lips and the lipstick. Drop that emoji and to let me know you made it to the end of this video, because that would actually be crazy, and that would let me know you are super tapped in, which would be very meaningful to me, because making this video was for me, but editing it and posting it is going to be for you, and it's going to take a lot of effort. Well, that's still going to be for me, honestly. Like, I do all of this for me. There's nothing on the internet that I don't do unless I enjoy it, especially like these days. So at the end of the day, it's really for my own enjoyment, but it really means a lot to me if you made it this far in the video, because like, damn, you really rocked with me for at least, I'm looking at it now, it's 90 minutes of recording time. It might get cut down a little, but I'm basically just cutting dead space when I edit these. There's really nothing else to edit out. So yeah, I appreciate you for making it this far. I genuinely appreciate you as a human. I hope that you're doing good, and if you're not, I hope that you'll be doing better soon. And if you're already doing well, then I hope that you continue to do even better. Spread that around, because the world needs more of it. I appreciate you. I love you. And I will see you in the next video, or wherever else that I see you on the internet. Take care. Peace.